In the small town of Ridgewood, nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, a group of adventurous boys known as the Ridgewood Five spent their days exploring the vast wilderness surrounding their hometown. In the small town of Ridgewood, nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, a group of adventurous boys known as the Ridgewood Five spent their days exploring the vast wilderness surrounding their hometown. The gang consisted of Jake, the fearless leader; Sam, the brainiac with a knack for solving puzzles; Tommy, the muscle; Ben, the swift runner; and Max, the tech genius. One crisp autumn morning, the boys overheard a conversation in the town square. Old Mr. Thompson, the town's eccentric historian, was rambling on about a series of strange thefts that had been plaguing Ridgewood. Someone had been stealing valuable artifacts from the local museum. The town was in a frenzy, and the police had no leads. Intrigued, the Ridgewood Five decided to take matters into their own hands. They gathered at their secret hideout, an old abandoned treehouse in the woods, and began to piece together the clues. Jake led the discussion. "We know the thief is smart and knows the town well. But why steal these old artifacts?" Sam, flipping through some books on local history, suddenly exclaimed, "Guys, these artifacts all have one thing in common. They're all linked to the legend of the lost Ridgewood gold mine." The boys stared at him, wide-eyed. The lost Ridgewood gold mine was a centuries-old legend, said to be hidden deep in the mountains. Many had searched for it, but none had ever found it. Max quickly pulled up a map on his tablet. If the thief is looking for the mine, he must be after the treasure. But where could it be hidden? Tommy suggested, "Maybe the artifacts hold the key to finding the mine." The boys decided to stake out the museum that night, hoping to catch the thief in the act. As darkness fell, they hid in the shadows, watching the entrance. Hours passed, and just when they were about to give up, they saw a shadowy figure slip inside. Jake motioned for the others to follow. Silently, they crept into the museum and watched as the thief, a man in his 50s, carefully examined one of the stolen artifacts, an old, dusty map. The man, muttering to himself, didn't notice the boys as they surrounded him. With a swift move, Tommy grabbed the man's arm, and Jake flipped on the lights. The thief froze, surprised by the sudden appearance of the Ridgewood Five. "Who are you, and why are you stealing these artifacts?" Jake demanded. The man, realizing he was caught, sighed and confessed, "My name is Carter. I'm a treasure hunter. I've been searching for the lost Ridgewood gold mine for years. These artifacts are the only clues I have left." Sam, intrigued, asked, "And did you find anything?" Carter hesitated, then nodded. "I believe the mine is hidden in a cave near Ridgewood Peak, but I couldn't decipher the map alone." The boys exchanged glances. They had always dreamed of finding the legendary mine, and now they had the chance. "Let's find it together," Jake offered. "But you have to promise to return the stolen artifacts." Carter, desperate to find the treasure, agreed. The next morning, the Ridgewood Five and Carter set off into the mountains. They followed the map through dense forests, across rushing rivers, and up steep cliffs. Finally, after hours of hiking, they reached Ridgewood Peak. There, hidden behind a waterfall, they found a narrow entrance to a cave. The air was thick with anticipation as they ventured inside, torches lighting the way. The cave was a maze of tunnels, but with Sam's intellect and Max's technology, they navigated through the darkness. Finally, they reached a large chamber, its walls glittering with gold. In the center of the chamber was a massive pile of gold coins, jewels, and artifacts, more treasure than they had ever imagined. Carter, overwhelmed with emotion, thanked the boys for their help. True to his word, he returned the stolen artifacts to the museum. The Ridgewood Five, though tempted by the treasure, decided to leave it untouched. They knew the gold belonged to the town's history, not to them. Instead, they took a few gold coins as souvenirs, a reminder of their incredible adventure. They returned to Ridgewood as heroes, praised for solving the mystery and preserving the town's legacy. From that day on, the Ridgewood Five became legends in their own right, known as the boys who found the lost Ridgewood gold mine and chose to protect its secrets for future generations.